Okay, welcome back to the reading section for lesson number 2. We're talking about plants, and we're talking about plants are not just used for food. Plants are used for many things. Let's find out. Let's read the first sentence. Plants are not just for food. Not just for food. Just means only, right? They're not just for food. Sure, we eat plants, that's true. But plants are not just food. We use plants to make things too, also. So plants are not just or only used for food. We use plants to make many other things also. Do you like the taste of mint? Of course you do. You like the taste of mint. It's very fresh. It smells fresh. It tastes fresh. Some, not all, but some toothpastes taste like mint. We use mint leaves for toothpaste. So this is one way we use plants not for food, right? You don't eat toothpaste. Don't eat your toothpaste. Ugh. Brush your teeth and then spit it out, right? Don't eat it. So plants are not just for food. We use plants to make things too. Do you like the taste of mint? Some toothpastes taste like mint. We use mint leaves for toothpaste. So we use the leaves of mint and we put them into toothpaste. So it's one example of how we use plants not just for food, but for other things too. Let's continue. Another example. We talked about mint. Now let's talk about lemons. Lemons are not just for lemonade. Again, not just for. Plants are not just for food. Lemons are not just for lemonade. They're used for other things too. We use them to make soap. So we don't just use lemons to make lemonade and drink it. We also use lemons in another way to make soap. Lemons make soap smell good. So if we have the soap, we can smell the soap. If it smells like lemon, smells like lemon, then we know lemons were used to make soap, People like the smell of lemons. Lemons smell good. Good smell for lemons. So it's a good smell. We put it in soap and it smells fresh and it smells clean. Lemons are very often used in soap because it smells good. We don't eat soap. Ugh, that's horrible, right? But we use lemons to make soap. Okay, let's review. Lemons are not just for lemonade. We use them to make soap. Lemons make soap smell good. Lemons make soap smell good. People like the smell. What do they like? They like the smell of onions. So people like the smell of lemons. Smells good. Let's continue here. We use seeds to grow new plants. So what do we use seeds for? We use seeds to grow new plants. Seeds can be used to make oil too. So we see two ways that seeds are used. We don't just eat seeds, we use them to make more plants. That's one way we use plants. Another way, second way, we can use to make oil. We use seeds to make oil. Oil is used, why? To cook food. So oil is used to cook food. First we have a seed. We use the seed to make oil. Then the oil is used to make food. So we have a few steps. But we start with the seed, the part of the plant. We don't eat it. We make oil. Then we use oil to cook food. For example, corn oil is made from corn seeds. Corn oil is very common. Many people use corn oil to cook food, for cooking oil, right? And we make it from corn seeds. So we have our oil, we can cook food in a different way. It's very good and it's very delicious. And corn oil is good oil to cook food in. It doesn't have a lot of fat. Okay, let's review here. We use seeds to grow new plants. Seeds can be used to make oil too. Oil is used to cook food. Corn oil is made from corn seeds. Okay, so here we can see two ways to use seeds. One way to grow plants, a second way to make oil. Let's continue. Do you like to smell flowers? Of course you do. Everybody likes to smell flowers. Flowers smell good. Some flowers smell very nice. So some flowers smell very nice. They smell very good. They have a good smell. We use flowers to make perfume. We use flowers. Why? To make perfume. That's one way we use flowers. We don't eat flowers. We don't eat these flowers. Well, that's strange. But we use flowers to make perfume. Who uses perfume? Girls like to smell like flowers. So girls use perfume to smell like flowers. Girls want to smell like flowers. Flowers smell good. Not boys. Boys don't like to smell like flowers, right? Girls like to smell like flowers, or women like to smell like flowers, so they use perfume. And that's how we use plants, not for food, but to make perfume. Let's review. Do you like to smell flowers? Sure. Some flowers smell very nice. We use flowers to make perfume. Girls like to smell like flowers. Girls like to smell like flowers. It's interesting. Girls they like to do it. They think, it's a good thing. Let's do it. Like is similar to here. So there's two meanings. Girls like it, smell like flower, two different meanings. I like to do it means I want to do it. It smells like flowers means it smells similar or the same as something else. So two different meanings for like and like. Okay, let's continue here. Another way. What's another way we use plants not for food? We can use plants to make ropes. People use ropes for many things, right? We use ropes for many different things. They can be used, not people, but ropes. Ropes. They can be used for games. We use ropes to play games, right? Kids like to jump rope. That's one game, right? That's one type of game. You need a rope to play tug of war. That's another game. So two different games. We can use ropes for games. One, we can jump rope. Two, we can play tug of war. We use plant stems, right? Stems are the body of the plant to make ropes. So we use stems to make ropes. Very interesting. So this is another example how we use plants for things other than food. Okay, let's review. People use ropes for many things. They can be used for games. Kids like to jump rope. One game. You need a rope to play tug of war. Two games. We use plant stems to make ropes. It's the part of the plant we use to make ropes. Okay, so let's go to our reading comprehension. Now remember, we saw in the reading section many ways to use plants, not just for food, but there are many different ways. We saw that we use plants to make toothpaste. We use plants to make soap. We use plants to make oil. We use plants to make perfume. And we use plants to make rope. Many different ways that we use plants not as food. Okay, well let's cover the reading comprehension questions. Number 1, this story is about what? What are we talking about in this story? A, vegetables. B, useful plants. C, cooking. D, exercise. So we have to think about what is the big subject that covers the whole reading passage. The whole reading passage, not just part of the reading passage, right? Like I said, we use plants for many, many different things. It's very useful. Soap is useful. Perfume is useful. Oil is very useful. So we're talking about useful plants, not vegetables. Vegetables are things we eat. So the passage is about plants that we don't eat. So we're not talking about vegetables. We're not talking about cooking. Yes, we talked a little bit about cooking, making oil to cook food. But that's just a small part of the whole reading passage. So it's not about cooking. It's sure, they mentioned cooking, but cooking is just a small part of the reading passage. The big part is useful plants. Also exercise. Yes, we talked about exercise a little bit, but the story's not about exercise. Exercise was just an example of how to use rope. The whole passage is about useful plants. Useful plants. Plants can be used for cooking. It can be used for exercise. It can be used for perfume, toothpaste, many, many different things. So the main subject that we're talking about, the whole subject, is useful plants. These are just small examples. So our answer is B. That's the main subject. This story is about useful plants. Okay. Number 2. Some beep taste like mint. What are some things that taste like mint? We saw the example, right? A, soaps. B, elephants. C, toothpastes. D, lemons. So which one of these, some of them, taste like mint? Let's look at A, soaps. First of all, be careful. Taste, that means you eat them. Do you eat soaps? No, that's crazy, right? And we don't eat soap, so we don't taste soap. Soaps don't taste like mint. They might smell like mint. They could smell like lemons, like we read in the passage, but we don't taste soap. That's silly, blech, and that's yuck anyway, yuck, right? Elephants. Do you taste elephants? If you see a big elephant, what does it taste like? Don't do that. It's very dangerous, okay? So we don't say some elephants taste like mint. Besides, the reading passage didn't talk about elephants. So there were no elephants in the reading passage. So this is not the correct answer. Toothpastes. Did we talk about toothpaste in the reading passage? Yes, we did. What did we learn about toothpaste? We learned that mint leaves are used to make toothpaste because the toothpaste tastes like mint. Then that's our answer. Some toothpastes taste like mint, but some, not all, right? Sometimes mint leaves are used to make toothpastes. That's what we read. So toothpastes is the answer. What about D, lemons? Some lemons taste like mint? No. In the reading passage, we learned that lemons are used to make soap, not toothpaste. So D is not correct. Okay, so our answer is toothpastes. We read that mint is used to make toothpaste, so some toothpastes taste like mint. Very fresh. Okay, good. Okay, number 3. Beep, beep. What's beep? Beep can be used to make oil. So what did the reading passage say that is used to make oil? Something is used to make oil, right? We saw that plants are used in many different ways to make soap, to make rope, to make perfume, but which was used to make oil? What was used to make oil? We have A, seeds, B, perfume, C, oxygen, D, flowers. Which one in the reading passage said is used to make oil? Seeds? Are seeds used to make oil? Yes, they are. Remember, we read about corn, and we saw the seeds of corn. They're yellow, and they're also delicious to eat. But we're not talking about eating food. We're talking about using food for things other than food. We saw that corn is used to make oil. Those seeds are used to make oil. So the corn seeds can be used to make oil. So A is the correct answer. Let's look at B, perfume. Perfume can be used to make oil? The reading passage didn't talk about that. It said flowers are used to make perfume, not that perfume is used to make oil. What about oxygen? Oxygen is what we breathe. Did we see any mention of oxygen in the passage? No, the passage didn't talk about oxygen. So that's not the right answer. What about flowers? Did the reading passage say flowers can be used to make oil? No, the reading passage said flowers can be used to make perfume. So the reading passage didn't talk about making oil from flowers. So that's the wrong answer. The reading passage talked about using seeds, corn seeds, to make oil. That is the correct answer. Okay, now we've come to our chart at the end of the lesson. And this chart is asking us, how do we use plants? Remember, in this unit, we're talking about many different ways to use plants. We don't just eat plants. We have many other uses also, or two. Here we have our sentences, and we can see that the different things, what do we use plants for? We use plants for toothpaste. We use plants to make soap. So we can use for, the thing, or to, the action, okay, to make the thing. So for toothpaste, to make soap, to make oil, to make perfume, and to make ropes. We use plants, or certain types of plants, to make these things. And we have the pictures of the different plants up here. Let's take a look at number 1. We use beep for toothpaste. So in the reading passage, it mentioned that we use one of these plants to make toothpaste. We use it because it smells fresh and it tastes fresh. Many types of toothpaste use this. And of course, we're talking about this picture here, which is mint. We use mint for toothpaste, or to make toothpaste. It's the same. So we use mint for toothpaste. Actually, probably your toothpaste, probably it has mint, right? If you go to the store, you see many toothpastes that say mint, fresh, clean taste, right? So mint toothpaste. Number 2, we use beep to make soap. We don't have to use this to make soap, but remember the reading passage said if we want soap to smell, it smells nice, smells clean, smells fresh. What do we use to make the soap? Which picture? It's this picture here, right? We use lemons to make soap. So we want soap to smell like lemon, clean and fresh. We use lemons to make soap. Not always, but sometimes. Okay. 3, we use beep to make oil. So we want to make oil. what part of the plant or what plant do we use to make oil? Remember in the reading passage, we saw a certain type of plant. We use the seed to make oil. So we use the seeds to make oil. We use the corn seeds to make corn oil. Or we use seeds, different seeds to make different oils. But we use seeds to make oil. Number 4, we use beep to make perfume. So we want to make perfume, right? Perfume smells nice. What do we use to make perfume? Well, of course, we're looking at this picture here. We use flowers to make perfume because flowers smell very good, don't they? Number 5, we use beep to make ropes. So you want to make rope, a very strong line. What do you use to make ropes? We're looking at this picture here. This part of the plant is called stem. We use stems to make ropes. Okay, we've come to the end of this lesson. And in this lesson, we're talking about how we use plants. Remember, we don't just use plants for food. Sure, we eat plants for food, but we also use plants for many, many different things, right? We use plants to make toothpaste, to make soap, to make rope, to make oil, and to make perfume. So think about that. Next time you're using something, like you're brushing your teeth, or you're washing your hands, or you're putting something on your body to smell nice, think about, did we use plants to make this thing? There are many things in our lives that we use plants for, not just for food. Well, hope you've learned a lot. This was a very interesting lesson. So, we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.